It was Ambition of a Ridah, Tupac, and Coolio, Gangsta Paradise. Yeah, I was still in Morocco. Yeah, I didn't even understand what they were saying. It was more of a lifestyle. It was more of something new. You know, it was more of something new. It was more something that just it was just in your face, just in your face, and just like you can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a feeling. Is you know it's a feeling. It's like certain records you hear sometimes from a new artist. You don't even know who the artist is. It might hear it on the radio. You just turn around and be like, "Yo, who is that? What is that?" You know what I'm saying? Certain things you just can't explain. You know, if somebody had explanation for it, everybody would be able to do it and tap into that information.
Africa Bambaataa, Planet Rock. That was a huge record growing up in Florida. I'm a huge Miami bass fan. I loved Two Live Crew. Probably the first thing I ever bought was a cassette single of Diggable Planets, Rebirth of Slick. Loved that record. Farside's first album, that was when I first started getting into it when I was like 11, 12 years old. And yeah, as a music aficionado, I think hip-hop production has always been an inspiration for me.
First time I listened to a rap song, verbatim, I'll give you an amazing story. I'm a sophomore in college. This is 1979, October. I would get on the mic, right? And the hottest record that year was Good Times. I get on the mic, right? Just to sit whack motherfuckers down, messing up my dance as I'm dancing with some chick at a party. So Good Times is playing. I get on the mic. I rock the house, right? All of a sudden, I hear words behind me as I'm rocking. I lip sync. The words keep going. Motherfuckers is rocking for like 20 minutes. After it's all over, cats is giving me high pounds. Like, yo, you went on and on to the break. That's what, back then is like how long you could rap. You went on and on to the break of dawn, dog, man. You rocked. You even changed your voices. I said, yeah. I went and turned to the DJ. I looked on that shit. It was a red label, said, Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight. I was like, oh, they finally did it. Because they were talking all summer long that rap records were going to happen. I was like, it's inconceivable. How could a rap be a record? Because it was a 3 or 4 hour party thing.
Yeah, Rapper's Delight. I heard Rapper's Delight, and I remember I remember the verses, remember the lyrics of the song. I remember it like it was yesterday. I just started learning the song like crazy, you know what I mean? And I never knew that it was going to take me on this journey, but I definitely remember listening to that song.
Y'all would say I'm playing, but it was like Will Smith. I was a big Will Smith fan growing up with my cassette, and it'll be like, welcome to Miami, Marty. All right, bye.
It's a bunch of songs, but it was one song that I kind of like, I had to memorize. It's 2 songs I had to memorize. It was Gangsta Gangsta from NWA, which was kind of later, but my very first record was My Philosophy from Boogie Down Production, KRS-One. My Philosophy was like the first song everybody wanted to rap together, me and my partners.
What was about that song?
It was just, it was off the chain, but the lyric, the wordplay, in about 4 seconds, a teacher begin to speak, and KRS-One just go off, man. I think that's his best song he ever made. NWA, at that time, it was the group that you wasn't allowed to hear. You heard a lot about them, but your parents really didn't want you listening to that. So it was one of them things, when I got away with the fellas, I got an opportunity to really listen to it. And I heard the Gangsta Gangsta record, and it was kind of like my childhood. A lot of cats, I was a teenager when they came out. A lot of cats in my era was really in them streets hard, and that song was kind of the motivation.
When hip-hop initially came out, in our style of hip-hop, I was right there. My uncle was Bill Curtis, which is the leader of the Fatback Band. They was the first to make a first rap record before Rapper's Delight came out. They made Personality Jock, and then Rapper's Delight came out. The world think Rapper's Delight was the first rap record, but it was Personality Jock, and my uncle was my family. He's the one that did it. So, I always been around it, and that's what made me being so infectious in it, because I've seen every level and every ever of it, and so where I'm at right now.
I'm going to tell you, the Fat Boys Are Back was one. Oh, man, the King of Rock was one. But I'm going to tell you about this song by this guy named Ice-T, man. That 6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Shadida squeaking across the bathroom floor. Crack had come into our community and had started to turn our community upside down. And when Ice dropped 6 in the morning, it was the first confirmation for me as a little kid. I wasn't going crazy. Like something had innately changed about my neighborhood. That the same people that 2 to 3 years prior were people we call Mr. and Ms. looked up to, that the crack epidemic had broke them down and they had become victims of their addictions. And 6 in the Morning was a record that acknowledged that in a beautifully poetic and dope and street way. And I don't think Ice always gets his credit, not for being just a dope rapper, but one of the foremost thinkers and storytellers in those first 4 albums he dropped, man. And so I just, first of all, just salutes to Ice-T for that. And that 6 in the Morning record, it confirmed all of my youthful suspicions that the world had changed and was never going to be the same again.